Well, it's morning of day 4 and I'm just on my way into Bury St Edmunds. I can just see the spire of Bury Cathedral directly ahead of me, and I'm following what could have been one of the old straight tracks along the ley line directly into Bury. And yeah, another beautiful day, light breeze, just on my first BBC radio interview, so hopefully given 999 a bit of exposure. And yeah, rather wonderful to be walking into a relatively big town on a nice dusty dirt track surrounded by wildflowers and birdsong, and not on a horrific A road. So looking forward to seeing what today brings. So here I am in Bury St Edmunds Cathedral, one of the key sites on the St Michael and Mary line. It's the middle of the day, day 4. Going to have a little look around here and carry on towards Royston. It's going to the end of day 4 and another interesting day, caught in the rain again, but then stopped at the pub, the Fox in Owsden, where a very kind man donated £60 to the cause. Very impressed with what we're doing, and I'm just walking towards Lydgate and I spotted this church on the hill, and I can almost guarantee it's going to be a church to St Mary. We'll just go and have a look. One of the extraordinary things about the St Mary and Michael line, of course, is the extraordinary number of churches dedicated to St Mary and St Michael along the route. I must have passed at least 12 churches dedicated to St Mary so far since I left Hopton 4 days ago. And many of these churches, of course, were built on old Neolithic sites, on old stone circles, as a way of stamping out the last vestiges of paganism. And almost invariably there are yew trees, some of which predate the churches and will go back to pagan times. And if I just walk in here and have a look, yes, sure enough, St Mary's Lydgate. So I was right. So what I've decided to do at each of these churches is do a little ritual circumambulation, a little circuit around the church. Of course, if I was in India, like I was 12 years ago walking in India, I'd probably be obliged to make 108 circuits, which would take rather a long time. But since I'm here in the UK, I think I'll just stick to just one. And then I'll set about looking for a place to camp for the night, or possibly even a bed in a pub if I can find one. Absolutely gorgeous evening, end of day 4, and most beautiful light, and totally quiet apart from bird song, and just fields of ripening wheat rippling in the gentle breeze. And I just have to keep going. I can't seem to find my stop button. When it gets to this time of the evening, I just seem to get a second wind and I just keep on going. And last night I walked till 10 o'clock. It's now about 8:30, but I probably ought to start looking for a place to camp down for the night. But God, it's beautiful. And walking, it's like meditation in action. It's just, I think, the most therapeutic thing that we can do. It's like what we were designed to do, rather than the sort of amplified mobility that we have had since the industrial age. I mean, getting on a bicycle does it to some degree in terms of being liberated and being driven under your own steam, but somehow walking is even more of a connection with the landscape, and just the perfect speed to be going through the natural world. I just love it. I could just do this forever.